Oh, my ears are cold today. I trimmed my the back of my hair yesterday because it's really annoying the absolute crap out of me. I'd love to cut the top too, but I think it would be a wee bit cold. So feeling it today. Yes, I did thoroughly enjoy my corned beef sandwich for lunch today. After yesterday's batches I cooked, it was delicious. Oh, excuse me, ibis, coming through. Good old bin chickens, as we call them here in the slang term in Australia. I'm going through a pack of about 25 of them. I'm not going to hurt you. It's okay. Wow, their face knives, their beaks are so long. Sorry, distracted by the birds. Yes, I did the strength training the other day. That was good. And the reason I realised I need to start doing that again is because where daughter goes to her event that she's started doing, her weekly thing that she started doing, the lifts are out of order at the moment for some reason, whatever reason, and there's several flights of stairs to get up. Luckily we only have to go up to the first floor, from the ground floor up to the first floor, but it's about 35-40 steps, and if we'd been doing this 12 months ago, I don't think that I could have done it. I would have had to just drop her off and let her go up and do the thing, and then waited downstairs in the lobby or in the car, as the case may be, depending on the weather. But I didn't realise how differently able friendly we've become in the world, because we don't walk stairs very often anymore. Shopping centres don't have stairs, public buildings don't have stairs, or if they do, they have a lift access, or a ramp beside the stairs. I didn't realise how much we weren't walking upstairs until both daughter and I, the day after we'd walked the stairs, the outside of our hip and the bottom part of our glutes let us know that we'd done things that they weren't accustomed to anymore. So doing that once a week will help. That's another reason I'm also only doing the strength training once a week at home, is because for me that currently counts as a workout going up the stairs and coming back down the stairs, especially with my spastic ankles. Downstairs is actually quite difficult because the ankle doesn't hinge like it used to, so I have to be very careful coming downstairs. So that was actually good for me, knowing that I could get up the stairs, especially carrying the bag of goodies that I had, the lunchbox and my books and things I wanted to read, and my jacket and all that stuff. And it's a big change from years ago when I needed a walker. I think in the UK they call it a rollator. Especially when daughter was younger and I had to carry a diaper bag and things, nappy bag. If we went somewhere to the museum or whatever, I'd have the walker with the little basket underneath so I could sit the stuff in. Especially if hubby didn't come and wasn't carrying it in a backpack. So it was nice knowing that I could actually walk up the stairs, but also a big wake-up call because it was hard. And even for daughter, it wasn't hard for her, but her legs aren't used to doing that sort of activity anymore. So she also wants to start doing some more incline walking. Thus we did the hill the other day that we don't normally do. And she's actually a bit sore today. She did some other stuff, so she's sore. She's not coming out with me today. We went this morning for a little 10-minute one just to loosen up the muscles and get them moving and getting out of the house. But yeah, she didn't want to come again this afternoon, and that's fair enough. I'm heading out to a different lake than the one I normally drive out to, and I've parked a car further away this time so I can walk to it, do a lap of it or two, depending on, it's only a small one, and then come back. The little man-made lakes, they're only tiny, not like a Great Lakes thing, not like a water reservoir or anything. It's just little, I think they call them ponds in America, basically. The ponds. Yeah, all the suburbs around here, all the suburbs in Victoria, they have nature walks and stuff. Lots of trails, lots of bush, lots of lakes, man-made lakes. It helps encourage the wildlife. Hello, crows. Speaking of wildlife, there's a whole pack of crows over there. We're very conscious of the need to protect the wildlife and have green spaces to walk in. That was one of the hard things about living in LA. There wasn't much green space. Yes, they had Griffith Park, but the rest was just concrete for hours and hours and hours. It's concrete as far as the eye can see. Whereas even here we've got the concreted paths, but there's still green. There's green verges, there's lawns, there's trees, all sorts of stuff. The trails go through nature. So I guess they learned from the inner suburbs. The outer suburbs, they made better choices. I learned more, I guess. For years we couldn't hear frogs. The frogs just all disappeared for some reason. I remember hearing them when I was young, and then for about 15-20 years all the frogs just seemed to disappear from the local creeks and waterways and stuff. Once all the pollution laws changed and we did better, we knew better, so we did better. All of a sudden we hear the frogs again now. Oh, it's in the last 10 years or so, I reckon. So that's really nice. We actually come out now and try and listen for different frogs and spot all the different birds, and so it's nice. Don't know if you can hear the cockatoos going off in the distance. So I was going to talk about something else fitness-wise too. What was it? No, gone. It's all gone. Oh, what are all the birds? Just pretty much common ducks and some black and white ibis. Oh, and some crows, look out. Having a chat to each other. Don't see any swamp hens or coots or cormorant or anything in this lake. It's a much smaller lake than the other one I drive to. Yeah, this one's only maybe 40 metres across, 50 metres maybe. It's only tiny, but it's nice to get out in nature and walk, even smack bang in the middle of the city. Makes me just feel better. No, I tell a lie, there's one little swamp hen pair over there. I wonder if a lot of the birds that are normally out and about, they're actually nesting at the moment. A lot of them nest through the winter, and then in spring there's an explosion of birds everywhere. Talking away. It's nice to see not an abundance of seagulls anymore either too. They just used to be everywhere. They took over all the natural birds that were here, native birds that were here. Yeah, they've been kicked back to the beach where they belong. Oh, I forgot that was here. It's nice seeing people out enjoying the weather. It's overcast, but it's not horrible like it has been the last few days. Oh, my legs are starting to burn. Again, remember when this was a target lake to actually get around this lake. Now it's just out and back and don't even think twice about it. Wow, that's a flock of ducks. Don't know if you could hear that, they all just took off. Whoosh. Oh, that was lovely. My mum is babysitting a friend's dog, pet sitting I should say, a friend's dog at the moment. She's off doing some stuff this weekend, and then daughter and I'll be doing that tomorrow because Mum and Dad are off doing something, so I get to walk the dog. That'll be nice. He's a little mini poodle, little black mini poodle. He's lovely. Love a dog, but again can't afford it, so it's always nice to borrow friends' dogs and take them for a walk. Oh, that's interesting. That man's wearing his hat crooked on his head. One ear's covered and one ear's not. His beanie's all crooked. I wonder if he's on his phone and forgot to put it back on. Oh well, it takes all sorts, I guess. I maintained weight this week. Really happy about that. Especially with all the chips and stuff I ate. During the week, a lot of salty stuff. So I took back off what I put on midweek, which I knew was just water weight from the salt. But again, it just tells me I'm doing the right thing for my body, because I'm not having those huge swings anymore. And even when I do gain weight, it's for a reason. I bought some sausages for daughter today for dinner. She wants bangers and mash for dinner. Probably one of my freezer prep meals, and hubby will have some corned beef and veg. But buying the sausages actually made me think of one of the things that I do that helps me mentally. I don't put any emphasis on the scale anymore. It's just a data point among several other data points. Because I had that epiphany a few years ago. I used to get so wound up. Oh, splash landing for the duck. Sorry, distracted again. Oh yeah, a couple of years ago I had that epiphany about the scales, how because I used to get so upset, especially if I'd had a good week. Oh, dropped me a bottle, that's the way. Had a good week and then still gained weight, not realising at the time that there's so many reasons why we gain or lose weight. Not enough sleep, too much water, not enough water, too much salt, food still digesting, stress, all kinds of stuff, hormones, all sorts of stuff. That was one of the reasons I stopped going to weight loss clubs and things, because especially a lot of them are evening weigh-ins, and it depends on what you've eaten during the day, how you feel. I thought I'm paying money and paying fines and things because some of the clubs I went to, if you gained weight, you paid like a 10-cent fine for each 100 grams or something. I can't remember what it was, up to a certain amount of weight. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I was extra hungry, extra thirsty that day, or then I'd have to starve myself just to fit in for the weigh-in and not pay money. It's like, oh, this is crazy. For me, it works for other people, it doesn't work for me. But yeah, I realised that, especially once I started taking progress photos, and especially this time around where I'm doing it sensibly and slowly, I'm noticing that even though, like last year, I only lost 2 kilos, according to the scale, my body shape changed so much. A t-shirt, I couldn't even pull it down over the bottom half of my belly. It sat at the top of my hips. With that 2 kilos, it then sat down over my hips and only left some of my belly bare. And it again reinforced to me that I'm not a pack of sausages, I'm not a piece of meat. It's just the scales weigh mass, doesn't tell me what's going on in my body. A kilo of sausages and a kilo of fillet, they're very different sized pieces of meat. So I stopped counting the scales as the be all end all of progress. Even progress pictures, they're helpful, but they also don't tell me what's going on inside my head, with my emotions, with my hormones, with my MS progression or remission, all other factors, all these other factors, whether I'm stressed and snappy with my family. These are all other more important things than my blood sugar levels and things that are more important than the scales. So I measure the weight because what the doctors in the medical field want to know. They want to know your BMI because to them that's important. So, and I know it's a measurement that people understand and can track. But I know that even though it says I've maintained this week, and the last month or so I've been up and down the same 200 to 300 grams, in here my double chin is very different than it was a month ago. So that tells me that my body composition is changing again. The fact that I can walk further than I could, well, not further, but with better recovery time than I could a month ago. To me, they're all better health markers than what the scale says. So I measure and I take note of it, write it down. I've been tracking my weight in a spreadsheet for 6 years now, and it's so fascinating to watch it go up and down and up and down and up and then down and then up and down, and just it's gradually coming down. I think the average weight loss per week over the past 6 years has been 70 grams. Like that's 3 and a bit ounces per week. But that's added up over time. My clothes, I've gone down a size of my clothes recently. All that helps. I can shower better. I remember hubby had to help me shower, like when I was at my total heaviest. I literally could, even with a handheld shower, hubby had to help hold my belly up so I could wash myself because I was that heavy. Had to sit on a shower chair. Had to use the walker. When I was sleeping, I was up 7 to 10 times a night going to the toilet and falling asleep on the toilet. Because as soon as I sat down anywhere, I was exhausted. I fell asleep. I nearly fell off the toilet several times because I fell asleep. That's scary stuff. That's when we're under a whole lot of stress, and I didn't know I had the PMDD at that point or any of that stuff. I was newly diagnosed with diabetes. A whole lot of stuff was happening family-wise. But with that, I know I've come a long way since then. Even doing this, walking and talking. Walking and talking at the same time. And not having to, I'm puffed, but I'm not like I could have been even 2 years ago. I couldn't have walked and talked. I couldn't have held the phone like this. My arm's starting to be a bit sore now, especially having done the bicep curls the other day. Air curls for the win. But yeah, that's all just progress I know that I'm making. And my mindset is so different than what it was. Oh, plane. Little prop plane. It's so low. Interesting, because the little local airport, that's a fair way from here. I wonder if they're doing a scan or something, a geographic scan or something, because they're usually not that low over here. Sorry, just again distracted. Sorry, but it's just life interests me again. So even just looking at that plane and wondering what it's doing, where it's going, I didn't have the energy to do that 2 years ago. Well, especially mid-pandemic, no one had energy to do anything then except stay at home and do stuff and try and survive. But even before the pandemic, I didn't have the energy to be excited or curious about anything. It was just get through today, get from one meal to the next meal, the next binge to the next binge. Try and not wake up vomiting. That's scary when you wake up aspirating food because you've got so much reflux, you've eaten so much you've got reflux, all this fat just bubbling up out of your throat. Again, I didn't know what I didn't know about the PMDD. I know what I know now. I can make better choices, better healthy fats, better carbs, and I just less mass around my neck, around my boobs, around my belly. It's just so much better than it used to be. So yeah, I'm hoping with the stairs once a week and the chair squats and the bicep curls, I'm hoping within a month or two that I can maybe switch the bicep curls and the chair squats to real squats and bicep curls with weights, or even the get up, get down. So I don't know. But if it takes me 6 months, I don't care. I'm making progress. I'm doing more than I was doing earlier this year. Certainly more than I was doing 2 years ago. 3 years ago, I couldn't walk around the block. And now this is my second walk for the day. I've talked most of the way. So I'm feeling good. Okay, I'm back to the car now, so I'm gonna head off and I'll catch you next time. Hello to you too. Alright, bye.